The camera slams in on a plate stacked with glazed donuts and a giant red X slashes across the screen. Instant cut to me, holding a pair of oversized novelty scales, one labeled men, the other women. I drop a 5-kilo weight onto each, and the scales wobble differently. Same weight, totally different battlefields, I say, almost whispering, like I'm about to leak a state secret. Smash zoom. Today we're diving into the biggest myth in fat loss, that one plan works for everybody, when the truth is, your hormones write totally different rule books. If you want to torch fat faster, keep your metabolism revving, and stop self-sabotaging, just because biology stacked the deck, stay glued. By the end, you'll have a tailor-made, week-by-week game plan to hack whichever cycle your body's running, because men get a 24-hour hormonal roller coaster and women ride a 28-day mega coaster. Both can win. Let's break the code. Quick jump cut to a ticking stopwatch graphic counting down from 5. Stick with me past the first 3 minutes. That's when 90% of people bail and miss the real gold. I toss the stopwatch over my shoulder. It explodes into glitter. And hey, if you learn even one thing, pound that like button so YouTube knows this is the fat loss gospel people need. We zoom into a microscopic bloodstream animation. See those sparkly guys? That's testosterone. In biological males, it surges at sunrise, peaks mid-morning, and dips by bedtime every single day. That daily spike means guys hit the gym at 10 a.m. and their muscle fibers are primed to soak up protein like a dry sponge. More muscle equals a hotter metabolic furnace. Translation: men can often drop calories straight into muscle growth, getting a built-in fat burn advantage. Record scratch. But the word slams on screen in blazing neon. Men pay rent for that privilege. High testosterone tempts bigger late-night cravings for ultra-palatable, high-calorie food because the nightly dip leaves the brain yelling for dopamine. Ignore that wave and you're good. Cave and you neutralize the entire day's deficit. So guys, your #1 win. Lock a protein-rich supper 2 hours before the cravings hit, kill the pantry lights at 9 p.m., and you keep the metabolic edge. Cut to a calendar page, flipping wildly until it lands on day 1 of a new month. Women, your story isn't a 24-hour loop. It's a 4-act blockbuster that resets every 28 days. Act 1, follicular phase, estrogen climbs. You feel like a superhero. Insulin sensitivity is high, recovery is fast, strength gains explode. Best fat loss move? Push strength training volume, add high-intensity intervals, run a modest calorie deficit. You'll shred fat without feeling the hunger beast. Camera whip, the calendar flips to ovulation. Boom! Mid-cycle, estrogen peaks, testosterone tickles up, and you're basically a metabolic Ferrari. Hit your personal best lifts here, but caution, inflammation rises. Support with omega-3s, colorful veg, magnesium, and sleep. Comment below if you want my anti-inflammation smoothie recipe. Fast forward to luteal phase. Now progesterone tags in. Core temperature rises. Resting energy expenditure upshifts about 100 extra calories a day. Sounds awesome, but cravings spike like fireworks. Here's the hack. Swap out 200 calories of carbs for an equal calorie bump of protein and slow-digesting fats. Greek yogurt with walnuts, avocado with tuna. These stabilize blood sugar so you're not raiding the cookie jar at midnight. The calendar tears off to menstruation. Last act, bleed week. Hormones plunge, iron might dip, energy dives. Forget punishing workouts. Pivot to mobility, steady-state cardio, and iron-rich meals. That strategic deload prevents cortisol overload, protects muscle, and sets you up for a monster rebound in the next follicular phase. It's not weakness, it's tactical regeneration. Cut to me wheeling out 2 glass cylinders, one blue, one pink, both filled with water. Metabolism is water, always moving, but shaped by its container. Your container is hormones. Understand the flow, and you channel it through a turbocharged hydroelectric plant instead of letting it leak into the sand. We jump to a whiteboard where I sketch 2 overlapping sine waves, testosterone daily, estrogen, progesterone monthly. Notice the gaps? That's where most one-size-fits-all diets fall apart. Someone on TikTok tells you to intermittent fast, but if you're in late luteal and cortisol is already up, skipping breakfast can backfire. I snap my fingers. An overlay flashes. Personalize or plateau. Story time. I flash on screen a viewer comment. I followed your carb timing tip, lost 4 kilos in the follicular phase, then gained half back in PMS week. Help! I answer, you didn't gain fat, you retained water due to progesterone. Check again after day 3 of bleed week. If the scale's still up, adjust salt and potassium. 3-second montage of bananas, spinach, and pink Himalayan salt. Pattern interrupt. Siren alarm. Words blaze. Myth alert. Women burn fewer calories, period. I spray paint a red slash through the sentence. Truth. When you adjust for lean mass and cycle timing, female metabolic rate is comparable. The gap comes from lower average muscle mass and higher dieting fatigue. Solution? Periodize resistance training like a pro, lift heavier in the high estrogen window, maintain maintenance calories during bleed week so you don't binge later. Boom, gap closed! Another smash cut. Guys, myth time for you. More testosterone means I don't need cardio. Wrong. Testosterone doesn't oxidize fat. Mitochondria do. Add 2 20-minute Zone 2 sessions weekly. You'll improve insulin sensitivity and free fatty acid transport, making that morning testosterone spike work smarter, not harder. Camera zooms out. I'm holding a deck of cards labeled cortisol, insulin, leptin, ghrelin. I fling them into the air. All bodies play with the same chemical deck. Men and women just get dealt at different times. Play the right card in the right round and you stack the odds. Quick on-screen quiz. Question. Which phase should a woman schedule her toughest HIIT workout? Type A, B, C, or D in comments. Winner gets a personalized macro consult. On-screen timer ticks 5 seconds, then I reveal answer follicular. Instant dopamine spike for viewers. Back to actionable steps. I roll out a neon roadmap with 10 mileposts, alternating blue and pink. Blueprint for couples or training buddies. Sync your grocery haul on Sundays. Men pick lean proteins. Women load complex carbs early cycle, more fats late cycle. Morning fasted walks together. Men boost fat oxidation. Women get gentle movement that eases cramps during bleed week. Lift together Monday, Wednesday. She pushes volume weeks 1-2, he maintains. Swap focus in her luteal deload so he ramps intensity. Share the kitchen timer. High-protein breakfast for both within an hour post-training to spike muscle protein synthesis. Saturday date night rule. Single indulgence each, not the whole buffet. Your hormones may differ, but calorie math is universal. I toss confetti. If that game plan sounds doable, hit subscribe because next week I'm dropping a full meal prep walkthrough with grocery lists for both cycles, plus a plant-based version for my veg squad. Sudden cut to a giant thermometer graphic reading stress. It shatters. Stress is the fat loss equalizer. Cortisol hijacks you whether you're a bro or a boss lady. So both need 2 10-minute breath, stretch, or sunlight breaks daily to slash cortisol spikes that otherwise glue fat to your waistline. Reality check montage. Men stress eat pizza, women reach for chocolate. I freeze frame each and stamp hormone trigger. Voiceover. Know your trigger, prep a swap. Casein shake for men. Dark chocolate almond cluster for women. Craving satisfied, deficit intact. We rocket into an animated chart of resting metabolic rate by age. Yes, metabolism slows after 30, about 2% per decade. That's universal. Solution again is muscle. Women can gain just as much relative strength as men when training intensity and protein are equated. So load that barbell. I wheel a big red button labeled like. If you're getting light bulb moments, smash this button so the algorithm beams science-based fat loss to more people instead of another fad cleanse. We sprint through rapid-fire viewer FAQs, text flashes, and I answer in 5 seconds each. Can I drop calories all month? Only if plateaus are your hobby. Do men need cheat meals? Only if cheat means well-timed carb refeed around leg day. Should women avoid weights during period? Nope, but lower volume if energy tanks. Are seed cycling and adaptogens mandatory? Nice bonus, not magic. Focus on protein, fiber, sleep. Sudden slow-mo shot. I hold up a miniature seesaw with testosterone figurines on one side, estrogen progesterone figurines on the other. You can't eliminate the seesaw. You balance it with smart timing. I flip the seesaw perfectly level. That's the difference between spinning your wheels and torching 30 pounds this year. Grand finale challenge. I want you to screenshot your calendar, color code your hormone peaks, guys mark morning highs, ladies mark cycle phases, and share on Instagram with the hashtag #CycleSyncShred. I'll pick 3 winners for a live Q&A Zoom where we custom tweak your plan. The music rises. Remember, biology has rules, but knowledge rewrites the outcomes. Men, respect your daily peaks. Women, ride your monthly waves. Play smarter, not harder, and fat loss stops being a mystery and becomes a math game you finally dominate. I step toward the camera, fist bump the lens. If you're ready to level up, drop "I'm in the comments. Grab your free hormone sync checklist in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go melt some stubborn fat together. Screen slams to black with a final neon overlay. Subscribe, like, share. Your future self will thank you.